And hello everyone. Welcome to our first live stream of Paragliding Sim. I've been playing with this on Twitch and thought I'd try it on YouTube where most of you guys are. I'm not sure about the quality. Don't know if it's going to be good enough. Resolution is down a bit. I hope the FPS is not too slow. But yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to try it out, see what you guys think. And on this new game, which I'm playing with the new controller, some of you might see it on other social media, you can do soaring, thermaling and everything. So I thought I'd play around with it a bit and get the opportunity to answer some of your questions, and we could just have some fun together. It's just some light watching. So yeah, welcome to the stream and let's get on with it. Whoa. That was bad. Sorry for that. It's still a experimental game. Right, let's do it. Now it's for real. Right, let's see what cameras I have here. I'm starting at cloud base. Okay, so we have a load of wings that we can try. Let's try something a bit bigger. Cloud base. No, let's go for, I think, Soaring Hill. And let's put a little bit of wind on. And I think Soaring Hill is from the southwest. Maybe, I don't know, 10 knots. Sounds good. Thermals. Let's leave the thermals off for now. And right. Cool. Here we are, the hill. So I'm just trying to bring up the chat. So sorry if I haven't been reading your comments. I'm just trying to work it out myself. Plano infinito. Saludos, amiga. Bandarra. Saludos desde España. Bien. Gracias por estar ahí. Por seguirnos. 17 people. Wow, that's cool. Right. So, I don't know if you guys know about this game, but I'm just gonna, because we're soaring, I'm gonna take the vario off. I'm gonna see if we have enough lift, because we have about 10 knots. I'm usually used to, what's it called? Kilometers an hour, but g'day mate, 916 Senna, welcome to the stream. Cádiz, Andalusia, yeah. Hey guys, by the way, this game is free. I've been in touch with the with Evan, the developer. He's a young guy from Australia, and he seems like a really nice guy. I think he first developed it for Android, so for mobile, and recently started putting it out on for PC. I think Mac as well. I think you can play it on a Mac, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It has a lot of the characteristics that we were looking for on our game when we tried to make a game a couple of years ago, and then it kind of fell by the wayside because it was too hard, some of it. Whoa. And as you can see, it has flexible wing dynamics, which is pretty cool. I'll try to, I'm new to these streams on YouTube, so I'm not entirely sure how I can pin a comment, but I suppose I could put the link on the video description. Hold on, whilst there's still not loads of people on the stream, I'll just pause this for a second, and I'm gonna look for that link for you guys, so that if you want to download it, you can. So Oh, here we go. Here's the description. Playing paragliding sim live on stream, smiley face. Try it here, and here's the website. And if I save this, yeah, you can check that Taylor Gardarian. Sorry if I'm butchering people's names. Check the description, because I just updated it, and hopefully, if you can see that, it means it worked. So I can do that. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, no. I'm on the lee side. I'm never going to make it back. At least got a bit of a soft landing. Actually, yesterday I was playing with this on Twitch, and I was really enjoying the Rapid M, which is kind of like the Rapidos, and like a speed wing, a mini wing with about 20, I think it was, about 20 knots. And it was just so cool. I was having some problems with the latency on this as well. But it seems like, whoops, seems like now is down to about, what, 5 seconds or so between what's happening on the screen and what you guys see on the stream. So trying to do a swoopy swoops. Maybe I shouldn't lose so much height to start with. But yeah, it's an absolute blast. Really, I'm really liking this game. It's not 100% there, but it's one of the closest ones I've seen. Look at that. If you get yourself in the right place, you can hover, you can practice top landing and everything. You can play with the wing and the hill like you would normally. And it also has thermals and everything. But I thought today we'd keep it to soaring and then see. By the way, this might be a bit easier or harder to do depending if you're on your phone or if you're using it on computer, if you're using keyboard or what. By the way, what do you guys think about the frames per second on the stream? Do you see it fluid enough, or is the video a little bit choppy? Let me know. I tried to optimize it, but on my software I'm still getting something like 15 frames per second on the stream, which I think is a little bit low, to be honest, for this fast moving stuff. But let me know what you think. Because ideally I'd like to get the best quality possible way, but I might need to upgrade my PC for that. Not too bad? Okay, that's good to hear. Maybe we can leave the PC upgrade until I have a little bit of money. Isn't that cool? Look at that. There's multi different cameras. This one is kind of cool, but if you start moving around a lot like this, it becomes a little bit sickly. Then there's this one, can be useful sometimes, but this is, I think, is my favorite. It's like a far away chase cam. And then there's this one, which is one I use a lot, which is it's kind of in a fixed point. So when the wing moves, the camera doesn't move. But you can kind of like pan around, so it's quite good to see the terrain and stuff. Or look in a specific direction. But you also have the camera after this one, which I'll show you now. Like this, which just stays fixed in space. So it's quite good to see if you're going up or going down. So I kind of tried to release the camera, if you will, close to the hill. What? Bah. Oh no. Release it close to the hill and then it feels like you're just a spectator. Oh. Feels like you're just a spectator on top of the hill while someone else is flying around. Or it feels like you're just doing a remote control paraglider. So it's pretty cool. Hi Jim, happy Easter. Thanks for joining in the stream. Hi Sitcan. Let me check to see if the link is on the video description underneath. And yeah, refresh it if you can't see it, but I would really like to know if that worked, because if we can get more people playing this game and we can give Evan, the developer, some donations, then hopefully he'll develop it further, and it'd be super amazing if we could have like multiplayer game online. We could make acro competitions, XC competitions, soaring, and just, you know, just for fun, since everyone is stuck inside anyway. It has speed bar and everything. Yeah, I'm really liking this game. It can only get better as well. Whoa! Ooh, saved it somehow. That was very close. Don't try that at home, kids. Sometimes I get left and right muddled up because I'm flying it RC style, so when it's coming towards you, the controls are reversed. Plus this wing is really twitchy because it's such a small... It's actually probably around the same size as my Rapidos 15. It feels very similar. It's even hard to see the chat because I'm concentrating on this. Whoa! Yeah, definitely. Just like flying, the more you play with this, the more smooth you become. Yeah, there's a lot of concepts like approach, how you use the lift, where you place yourself on the hill, when you do the turns, that are surprisingly relatable to real flying. So obviously it's not quite the same, but if everyone's a little bit rusty and they want to brush up their skills, for sure it helps. I wanted to ask as well, what do you guys think of the sound? How's the sound coming across? Is it clear? Is it loud enough? Is it too loud? There's this as well. I can turn on the Vario. So when I go up, you can see if it's too loud or not. And I can adjust those levels, and then we can... yeah, we can save those levels for next time to make sure everything is working well. Cool, thanks Sigma. Aê, Brasil! 2 brasileiros, muito bom. Obrigado aí, meu irmão. Oh, just... Thanks, Flying Vicky. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it takes... some of them take a lot of effort, so it's always really nice when people come up to me in Gemma, either online or in person, and say they enjoy our videos or they get something out of it, either knowledge or entertainment or whatever it is. It really makes us feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside. It's very nice. Thank you. Whoa! Whoa! That was as close as it gets, touching my feet and touching the wing. And now here, I don't have a lot of lift, but I have a lot of wind speed, so I think I'm stuck. I think I'm going to end up at the bottom because I'm just sinking out. I don't think if I use the speed bar, which is what I do in a real life situation, I don't think it will help because I'm just going to sink faster. Ideally, I would try to go around there, around the front, but I just don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe if I can pull this off, this is gonna be a first, because every other time I've tried this, I've just got stuck. I need to somehow make my way to the front and then back up that side, because the wind is kind of coming from this direction here. Come on, guy, come on. Nah, I'm gonna land. Do some ground handling. Yeah, in this game you can't. Nah, dead. In this game you can't launch and land very well. You kind of start flying already. But sometimes if you land gently enough, you can try to do a little bit of ground handling whilst the wing is still up. Whoop. I'm inside, the camera is inside the mountain. This looks like those Red Bull speed flyers, doesn't it? So close. It's just the field of view is very, very wide, so it makes me feel a little bit sick. That's why I don't use it more. So sick. So cool. Let me see if I can. It takes a lot of concentration to fly the things I can't fly and read the comments at the same time. Feliz Páscoa, Mike Papa, obrigado. Abraço de Braga, muito bom, obrigado. Hi from Brazil. Olá, João. Thanks for the post for me too. That's great. No worries. Yeah, I really want to do more paramotoring. We just need to fix this COVID thing and then get some paramotors and it'll be good. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chan. Good day, mate. What else do we have? Oh, so many Brazilians. Hey, Jim. Cheers, Sean. Appreciate that. If you guys have any ideas, if you've never seen this game before, if you have any ideas, things you want me to show or to try out, I do have a really long list of things I want to try on this already. But if you guys have any particular views, let me know. And particular ideas, should I say? Yeah, doing these lives, you guys will realize that I'm really not as eloquent as I sound in the videos. I get a lot of words wrong when speaking in real life. I just say the same thing 2 or 3 times. Look at that lift. Look at that sound. Beautiful sound. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, this is actually, after you've done it for a few hours, this feels like normal flying where you can just turn the vario off. Just like you would if you were soaring. You can kind of get a feel to where the lift is, and probably can manage without actually hearing it. Hey Mark, it should be in the first or second line. So if you're not seeing it, just refresh this page and you should be there. Hi Mike, hi Chan, oh yo yo. Big fan from Kurdistan, oh my god, that's so far away. That's awesome, man. San Diego, California. Torrey Pines, dude. It's amazing how Portugal and California have such similar weather and environment, kind of like landscape, that a lot of times in my videos people ask if it's California, Torrey Pines and all that area, because in the videos it just looks very similar. Sometimes it's even, I've seen like YouTube videos of people flying Torrey Pines and places nearby and showing it to Gemma, and Gemma was like, is that here in Portugal? And I'm like, no, but it looks similar, right? Yeah, it's amazing. Whoop. Right, how about this, right? Let's go to Cloud Base. Let's get a slightly smaller wing, and let's take the wind to 0, and now we have lots of height to do some speed flying. So this is kind of like exit from a helicopter or something like that. Here we go. With this camera is a little bit hard to have a good depth perception, but let's see if we can make it across here. Can we make it? Can we make it? Can we make it? Come on! Oh yeah, yeah, we can make it. Oh, this is working way better than I expected. Oh no, we're gonna run out. Come on. Need to be efficient here to get over this next crest. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit of brake. Ooh, managed to squeeze across. Yes. Oh, we have another problem up ahead. I think we can't get over this one. This is too much. I'm going to lose too much airspeed. It's amazing how much it feels like actual flying. It's a decent simulator. Going to try to follow the ridge here and try to do a little bit of proximity. Whoop. It's really good to be able to do all these things and not fear for your life and think you're gonna die. Yeah, I know, right? Sean is really, really close. Hi, Gabby Glider. Hi, JB. Hi to Ontario. I think is a made-up I think it's made up terrain. I don't think it's based on any particular place in reality, but I'm not sure. We'll have to have Evan on the on one of these lives one day so that he can talk to you guys. Evan is the guy that developed it, and he can, because I've already asked him loads of questions about it, but there's always more questions and feature requests and all sorts. I'd really like to be able to have it multiplayer so that we could all fly together and do tasks and do accuracy, acro, flare, cross country, all sorts. Let's go to the summit so that we don't have to waste the first bit of altitude. Yeah, you can stall. You can stall and collapse. You don't really get frontal collapses per se, but you definitely get wing tucks. If you, let me see. If you look at the wing, it's the elements are divided into cells. So this is a cell. This is another one. This is another one. So this is almost like all of these are rigid bodies connected together. So you can't, this can't deform the front whilst the back stays the same. But it can wingtip tuck. In fact, if I get a bigger glider, then there's less wing loading. So it will tuck more, if you know what I mean. If I do some sloppy wing overs. Whoa! If I do some sloppy wing overs. There you go. Yeah, so there's some deformations there, but it's always yeah, as you can see, it's always like wing span wise. It never collapses front to back because those are rigid elements. Hi Yasha, hello to Poland. But yeah, if we go to cloud base, I can show you maybe a little bit better stalls and stuff. So here on the left, you see this is my left brake, this is my right brake, and this is speed bar, SB. So if I go, let's see. More brake, more brake, more brake, more brake, more brake. There you go. Now we're installing. And I could just leave it there all day. And if you look, it's kinda flying backwards. So you can let your hands up a little bit. And this would be like maybe more the more normal, on a normal wing, the back fly position. In this case, it kind of like keeps going in and out of stall. So you kind of can leave it there and leave it stalled. And you're, as you can see, towards the terrain, we're just flying backwards. And then just like a normal wing, you release, catch, release again, and you're back flying again. So I think this, I'm really excited for this game, not only from the point of view of playing around, being good entertainment and good fun to play with your friends, but at the same time, it is a simulator first and foremost. So there's lots of things like you'll do this kind of stuff in SIV of, you know, doing steep spiral dives with rapid exits, and better than watching a video, you can actually try it yourself. But for YouTube purposes, we can play this in slow motion. We can actually pause the physics and say, okay, so when you're in this position, you can blah, 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 and then you put this input, and then you put this in, blah, blah, blah. So I think as a simulation and a visualization tool, it'll be really useful in the future. So we'll see what we can do with it. Look, Gemma, 36 people. Everyone's saying hi. Andre and Gemma. Gemma just brought me some cake.
Triple chocolate cake.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Right, what do people... Ah, cool. Everyone's saying hey, Gemma. Hi, Ripman. Thanks for joining us as always. What do you guys think about doing lives like this? We're using the game to explore different subjects. I have a... Ooh, look at those collapses. I have a few already on my list, like soaring, speed soaring, thermaling, cross country, acro, spot landing, top landing, and exploring one of these topics on like over half an hour or an hour of a live stream, in addition to the normal videos we do, because we realize that, you know, everyone's stuck at home. Is there something you guys would like to tune into? How frequently should we do them? Like once or twice a week or more often? We're just interested in knowing what you guys think and what would work. Obviously, you can never please everyone, but we can give it a try. Right. There's also, I thought since this is the first time I'm doing it on YouTube, I might show you roughly what things we can get. We can get the fuzz, which is kind of like the buzz. So yeah, there's some different sizes. I think the pilot weight stays the same. So if you choose a smaller size, obviously it's going to fly a lot faster rather than flying similar, because the weight goes up and down. This is more like the Meta is more like an ENB, high B, or maybe a C. Then you have the Super Meta, which is like an Enzo or a Zeno or something like that. I think it's probably an Enzo. You can see how skinny it is on the old aspect ratio, and obviously has a lot more performance. I haven't flown with it very much. And then you have the Zono. So I think the Zono is like the Zeno. Because it's very similar to that last one, which was probably the Enzo, but not as much, not as crazy aspect ratio, but still quite a bit of performance. And then we have an acro wing, which is basically a small B wing, kind of like aspect ratio, but with really long lines. And then we have the Rapid, which I was just flying with, which is just a speed wing. The Razor, which is another either speed wing or like a mini wing sort of thing. So I think it's kind of like a speed wing, like an ozone speed wing. These acro versions of the fuzz, I'm not really sure what's different other than maybe the size. No, the sizes are the same. I don't know what's that. And also for all you paramotorings out there, paramotors, there's a bloody PPG one. Look, are we? Yeah, we're with 0 wind. So look at that. I know the sounds a bit annoying, at least to me. And let's start lower down, and we can go paramotoring. I think this is probably a new addition because there isn't many things yet. Like you can't kill the engine, I don't think. There isn't a little like accelerator here, indicator, so I'm not really sure. I think this is 0 throttle because of the noise, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, you can do straight and level flight with 0 wind with this, which is pretty cool. Look at all the paramotor guys get all excited. Oh, awesome! I'm gonna try to get down there to the beach and get my throttle settings just right, my throttle and brake settings just right, so that I can fly close to the water and see how easy or hard that is. Basically, see how easy it is to foot drag, because let's be honest, that's what everyone's interested in. Okay, actually I might try that at 100 meters. If you look, we have some instruments here. So that's 100 meters now. Let's try. Okay, 94. 93, 92, so I'm still going down a bit more engine. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh, let's try rear steering. It's just pulling on the C risers or the back risers. So it feels less, it's more efficient, but it's less sensitive. So I can pull a lot more on the brakes, if you will, on the brake input, and nothing happens. This is not full throttle yet. I'll try full throttle in a minute. I was just trying to find the point of flying straight and level. Pretty cool, huh? I think it's too much throttle. Hold on. I wonder if I can go up just by using brake. Need more throttle. Okay, so let's go full throttle and see. This is full throttle now, and the maximum climb rate is going to be something like, I'm not touching anything. I think it's going to end up settling at about 1.5 maybe. Pardon me. Maybe 1.6, 1.7 seems to be the average of what we're getting. Yeah, so it's not a super powerful engine, or maybe it's a small wing. Yeah, 1.7, 1.8. Yeah, 1.7 is let's call it. Whoa. See, this is the thing. It's always really hard to judge your dead body. It's always hard to judge how high you are off the terrain. But I think that's just a matter of perspective. And that's the other thing which is hard about the water, is you cast a shadow on the ground here, but not on the water. But I'm sure that will improve in the future. And let me show you one of the craziest wings that this thing has, which does exist in reality. It's called like the Death Blade or something from Skyman. And look at this. What the hell is that? Wait, I need more altitude, otherwise I'm just gonna die. What is that? What is going on? Oh, it's screwed up already. Hold on, I need to hold some kind of brake when I restart so that it doesn't. There you go. Now I can let go. Look at that. What the hell is that? It's a super like 11 aspect ratio, some ridiculous amount like that. Whoo! What? It gets out of hand really quickly. I was going. Did you see the wingtips? It was going so fast that the wingtips were like falling apart, like just getting spread apart. I think as well that the line, obviously how the lines are made in the game is not realistic, but just in general the length, the distance between the pilot and the wing with this much wingspan should probably be longer, and that's why there's so much like axial, like span-wise pressure on the wingtips. Let's try that again. See if we don't run out of. Ooh, no, that wasn't good. Oh no. What is that? What is this? What's that? What's going on here? Look at the different cells and stuff. What? Okay. Let's see if we can save this. I'm just not doing anything. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this. Soft landing, full brake. Okay. The snake charmer. Yeah, I'm playing it with a controller I did some years ago. I'll send you a link. See if I can find it. Oh yeah, here it is. I think that's the one. The landscape, so cool. I know that as far as like games go, this isn't like anywhere near to Flight Simulator or any of the latest games like Halo or God knows what. But compared to paragliding games, this is like huge. And catch the dive, release. Let's see how good the. Let's turn steering, back steering off, on, should I say, and see how good the glide is on this thing. See if we can make it through this gap. By the way, I just noticed. We have 0 wind on this thing, and the trim speed is like 60 kilometers an hour. That's insane. Okay, maybe not 60 all the time. Now it's 50, but look at the glide angle on this. I might be able to make it over there and not lose any height. And remember, this is 0 wind. It's not like I'm getting a lift from somewhere, and thermals are turned off. Hello, Instrument Freak. Hi, Germany. FPV, do you reckon this view? I think that there isn't enough detail, like close by, like the whole hands and the lines. There isn't enough detail yet to make it enjoyable. But I suppose, like, sorry, if this had multiplayer and we were doing some kind of I don't know, race to goal. Or yeah, XC competition on something, this might be a good camera to fly that mission sort of thing. But yeah, this thing just glides forever. The sync rate isn't particularly good, but there's a lot of speed, a lot of forward speed, so it kind of makes up for it. Okay, let's try a landing under these circumstances on this camera. I can probably, this is the thing, I can probably make it over this hill here because this thing just glides so much. With any other wing, you'll be landing faster. Wait, whoa, oh, I managed to avoid that. Oh, I'm still on rear riser steering. Need to turn that off so I can flare properly. Yeah, if there was a little bit of breeze from the left here, I'd definitely have enough lift to just off this little hill here to stay up. But let's go down. You can see the shadow coming in as well. Ooh, ooh, just a little touch of the brakes really makes it go up. Full brakes. That was pretty good. Wing behind me, so it's a good thing. Whew. Condor 2. No, I haven't played it yet, but a lot of my friends are playing it these days, and they say it's the same thing. It's really good for that exact reason. It's a decent simulator of the flying mechanics, and you can play it multiplayer online. So I know some guys here in Portugal that do 2 flights a day, or 2 like mini competitions a day sort of thing. So I would absolutely love if we could do that with some kind of paragliding game. So this might be it. I don't know. There's definitely some technical issues to overcome. Look at that, how fast. 100, that was 140 kilometers an hour. Whoa. Snakey snake. Such a snake. That was, let me see if I can do that again. Look at this. Look at the, not now, but look at this number afterwards. If I don't screw up the takeoff. Okay. Okay, here we go. Gently, gently. No. Yeah, I want to go into a spiral dive, not a spin. Not like a sat sort of thing. So, can be a little bit tricky. Here we go. No, that's a sat. Maybe I'll try some wingovers first. Well, that was 120 kilometers an hour there. Here we go. This is it. 129. That's amazing. And 12 up. 12 meters a second up coming out of that spiral. It's amazing. Hi Gabby, yeah, I live in Portugal with Gemma. Clickbait, Jack. Yeah, hi Florida, beautiful place. Here we go. See, it's just so easy to spin it and go into some kind of a sat where you just lose one of the wingtips, and then this happens. The whole thing is over. Will we make it over? Catch the dive now. Release. Makes me twitch every time when you go close to the terrain. I completely forgot to eat this cake that Gemma brought me. Pretty tasty. Ooh, there's something up there. What's that? That's some kind of island. Can we make it? Do we have too much? Maybe we have too much altitude. I reckon he's put that there on purpose so that people would try to land on it. Yeah, this is the problem. We're flying over the water and we don't have a shadow over the water. I think I'm too high. I'm going to try to turn around. No. So look at that. That's what's problem. I was looking at this and thinking, oh, I still have 50 meters. Turns out 0 is 45. So can't trust your instruments. Right, let's do something a bit more dynamic, because today is all about soaring anyway. So I always forget, is it the south summit with what? Let's go for the this guy. South summit I think has west wind, I'm not sure. No. So this is okay, south summit has, well, south wind as you'd expect. Even though it's not always like that. Okay, south wind. Will this work? Yeah, okay, so the wind's in the right direction. Oh, yeah, we got it. Whew. So hopefully we can use this whole ridge. Yeah, we got some lift here. Try to get some altitude first. Whoa! Close. That was close. I think I need a slightly bigger wing. Let's go for the medium size. Here we go. These weird tricks to be able to place the camera where I want it. Oh, I thought this was a good place. It's not a good place to put the camera. I'm too far into the mountain. Sorry if I'm quiet, I just end up concentrating way too much and taking this too seriously. Just that there's something about, I forget to take my cursor off as well, There's something about a nice, beautifully carved line that is hard to do, but it's just so satisfying. And then I just noticed that I haven't said anything for half an hour, and it's a bit awkward. Nice. Uh-oh. Oh. I thought I went too far back. Let's go on a little mission. Let's see. This cliff faces that way, so in theory, that cliff there should also work for lift, because we're pretty much pointing into wind. So, to do this properly, we should really try to get as much lift here as possible, and then speed bar over there so that we could soar that hill there. Let's see how far we can get, how high we can get here. $365. Okay, we can get a little bit higher than this. You want to get as high as possible, and at the same time get in a get on a place on the hill where we are within the shortest distance to where we want to go, so that we don't spend as much time in sync. So I'm gonna 430. We're really going far up, aren't we? We're not gonna need all this height, probably. Right, I'm just gonna point and shoot. So that's where we want to go. Speed bar. Let's go. I don't think it does, Sean. Evan explained to me how the lift model works, and he will have to do something similar for rotor, which is basically taking, I think we need a bit less speed bar. Wrong button. It takes into account the inclination of the terrain underneath the pilot and the wind speed that you have. I think we actually do need more speed bar. And and creates lift that way by changing the vector of the airspeed, if you will. I don't think this is gonna work, guys. I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna make it there. So it doesn't have rotor. If you go yet, it doesn't have a rotor yet. So if you go behind an obstruction, you know, there's nothing there other than sink. You know, it doesn't collapse your wing or anything. Yeah, we didn't make it. The orientation of the hill also isn't as good as I thought it was. It's a bit more southwest rather than south, so maybe we can yeah, maybe we can change the wind direction and see if we can soar this. I think that's actually a good little thing. And as for Venturi, yeah, that's, I think, even more complicated than rotor. So we, yeah, don't have that yet either. Hey Nathan, right, just bear with me 1 second. I just need to get a drink because I'm getting a bit of a dry throat. Be here in 2 minutes. Right, we are back. Jesus, the time goes fast. We're already 1 hour into this stream. Thanks for coming, everyone. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Leah. Just analytic. Yeah, let me know how it goes, Jim, because I haven't tried it on Mac yet. Put it on all your devices, absolutely. So, well, it's not like you're going to get stuck in an airport anytime soon, but yeah, for those for that time off. So, let's do it. What was the thing that? Oh yeah, I remember what we were trying to do. We were trying to get to that little guy over there. But now the wind is different. So southwest is more like that direction. I think that's where the little blue arrow is. That over there. That's where the wind is coming from. So if I try to align that with the wing, it's kind of there. So that's the direction of the wind, which means that hill might work, which means that's worse, and this over here and here is better. So I might try to get lift over here, and then maybe can get some lift over there as well, and then cross from here over to there. Or maybe even, yeah, what I found is not very good on this game, or the hard thing to do in terms of crossings, is to go completely upwind. So side wind is not too bad, but if you go from like here to here, it's almost impossible to get there because you just get so much sink in the crossing, and you don't have a lot of penetration, where in reality you would probably get a lot of lift here, low wind down here, and high wind up here. So if you're lower trying to get somewhere, it's a little bit easier because you don't have as much wind. But here it's almost like this whole area, high, low, and medium, it's all the same wind speed, if you know what I mean. So it's a little bit unrealistic in that sense. So now we're kind of like where we are, where we want to go, but kind of sideways. So maybe if I do that and then speed bar it, might be able to make it there. Probably don't need so much speed bar because we're not going upwind. Oh yeah, well spotted on the ball. It's a goal. It's a goal marker. So I think it randomly generates. So that if you manage to go there with your glider, you kind of reach the goal, and then it disappears, and it appears over there or some other place. So it's like different places that are potentially hard to get to, that you can try to challenge yourself. Because if it's on the other side of the island, you might need to get a few thermals to get there. Yeah, so it just gives you like it's a little objective to aim towards. So we've managed to make it to the place. We're on the ridge. Question now is it steep enough for us to stay up on it? It looks like it. Otherwise I think we would have lost more height by now. I think this is the bit that in the game is called Soaring Hill. It's this kind of wedge-shaped thing in front of this little bay. Yeah, there's definitely enough. There's lots of lift here. Andre goes quiet, clearly concentrating. I'm sorry, I'm finding it hard to read all the comments and respond to the comments because I just find myself being hypnotized by this whole thing. How about, I don't think I'll be on stream for much longer, maybe another 10 minutes or so. So I'm gonna drop this down to a reasonable wind speed, let's say 5. Put thermals on and get something like, yeah, that's fine. Reasonable wing. Just having a look at the comments. Downloaded it, blah blah. You'd say that, Sean, but she was playing it the other day, so you never know. Hi, Giuseppe. Yeah, there's a PPG wing, so you can do that. Right, so now we're effectively in cross-country mode. I feel like cross-country makes it a little bit easier for me to fly and reply to your and read the comments. So there's a little cloud there, so I'm just going to head that way. Yeah, I've tried some. It is kind of possible. It's not, let's just say it's not optimized for it, but it is possible to handle some of it whilst it's on the ground. Right. This should connect with the thermal somewhere. Oh wait, the vario was turned off. So maybe we bumped into it already, but I didn't hear it. It did look like the wing was doing some funny shapes. Oh, there you go. That has to be a thermal. There we go. 6 as well. Right, so let's see here. I don't know, Ripman. I made my own because I didn't think there would be controllers for this sort of stuff. Some people are using RC controllers, and I've been thinking about making my own to like either sell it as kits so that people can put them together themselves, or kind of sell them already made if we can make them affordable enough. But it's basically a couple of sliders from an audio mixer and a simple Arduino and some wires and obviously a 3D printed shell. But other than that, it's pretty basic. It's just that most controllers don't have a lot of like range in a linear fashion. Yeah, Nathan, I've tried it. It's a handful to say the least. I tried it earlier in the stream. Yeah, you can do Xbox or PlayStation controllers that have like little triggers on for the fingers. Some people want to use that. I think that's what he's doing next. The Evan that developed the game is to make a better interface with other joysticks. Yeah, it should come out soon, I hope. This new revision that allows you to plug different controllers into it and different axes. I think it works at the moment, but the axis and the range in the axis is hard-coded. So if you plug it in and it doesn't work, there's no way for you to say actually it's axis 2 rather than axis 1 that wants to control brake left or brake right. So he's doing that part at the moment. "500 meters up. Think we're getting close to cloud base." Do you have any pictures or video of what you did, Nathan? Be pretty cool to see. Yeah, I had to change the code in the Arduino of my controller to make it match. Had to find like a weird way around it, but should be coming soon. So it's almost a cloud street. There's a cloud here, cloud here, cloud here. We can just fold them around. It seems like you can't get much higher than 500 meters up. It's usually where the top of the top of the thermals are. So there's not much point trying to do it much more. We can try to go all the way around, all the way around the island just with thermals. No worries, Sean. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't I didn't do any work. I'm just here enjoying myself. But yeah, I really want to try to support Evan the best we can as a community, because we don't have this tool. Like, we don't have anything like it at the moment. Even to teach students about how wings move and dynamics and stuff, I think it'll be a really valuable simulator if we had something like this. So I'm going to make my donation, and I hope people download it, play it, and if they enjoy it, can donate some money too, so that somehow the game can be developed further. And even this, like, you're going into a thermal, and it always feels like the thermal pushes you out. It kind of bumps you out, which is pretty cool. Similar to reality. I think I am. I completely forgot about it, but I think I am. 4 knots of southwest, so at the moment I have a bit of a tailwind, which means I need to change my course. Then I really, if I want to go there, it's coming from the southwest, I need to go a little bit more right to end up where I want to end up. The peace of paragliding. When you're in the mountains and you can just hear the wind, and then before you know it, boom! Massive collapse! You're in a spin and you're gonna die! And then you recover, kind of, and then you're back to the peaceful nature of paragliding. With death, sometimes. Catching thermals. Speed Bandarra here. Yeah, I know. I do have a reserve deploy button on my controller, but at the moment it doesn't do anything because I don't think the game has it yet. But it'd be pretty cool so that you can practice when to call it a day if things really go pear-shaped, so that you have your own altitude and your own reflex of when is a good time to throw your reserve. Not only that, but I think not only virtual SIV, but something like that puts the community like into it. For instance, having, you know, virtual SIV classes where you're doing your thing and we can see your break inputs because we can see the little thingies, but then someone that has more experience, like an SIV instructor, can look at your thing and say, yeah, you know, your timing there was a bit off. You let it go behind you, and then you have to catch it when it's in front of you rather than when it's above you, or I don't know, some stuff like that. I think that's where it's really valuable, where we can see not only how to become good at the game, but when people can actually learn things about the real world with using the game, where the game is just a vehicle. Just like a whiteboard on a classroom is just a way for the teacher to draw something so that the student can learn it. I think this is the same thing. It's just a good aid for other things. Speaking of which, I suppose I could try to get an SIV instructor to join in the stream, do some crazy maneuvers, have him with a microphone on as well, so that he can comment on it as we're watching it and see how it works. Can I do a missile landing? I've tried yesterday. I noticed that yesterday it was very, what's the word? Depending on the wing and the conditions, if you could do it. But I think I managed to do a couple really good ones. So yeah, challenge accepted. Wait, what size is this? 26? Yeah, go on, 26. We'll do it. Whoops. Saved it. Oh wait, let me just turn the thermals off. Right, so for the misty landing, as far as I can tell, it's the same as in reality as it is here. What you want to do is have some kind of pendulum effect. That means something like this. That goes behind, whoops, not quite like this. Something like, you go like this, and then it goes behind you. Wait, is this the thermal? No. It goes behind you, pitch forward, picks up speed, and when it's at the bottom of the travel, then you pull really hard on one side. And obviously you want that bottom of the arc, where you have the maximum speed, to be as close to the ground as possible so that you don't fall from really high. So let's try it here. Bit of pitch. Okay, here we go. Boom! Almost. This wing has quite a lot of, well, a fair bit of aspect ratio. So if we go for something like a fuzz 25, it's a little bit more stubby, it's a little bit easier to swing around. And let's go for low peak and zero wind. Let's see if this is not low peak, this is still too high. Soaring. Is this the lowest? Yeah, this is the lowest takeoff, I think. We can probably turn the vary off as well. Thanks, Ripman. That's really nice. I think I'll do one of the days this coming week. I'll do a live stream. If people don't like it, then I'll just play it on my own. But if people like the live streams, I might do one on different subjects, and one of them might be PPG. So we do the whole hour just flying the paramotor. Here we go, guys. That was too high. I could have done it, but I feel like it wouldn't be safe. So let's treat it like reality. He says, going straight into a barrel roll to lose some height. Let's try to get a good one. 28,000 members. Are you serious? Jesus, is there that many paramotors worldwide on a Facebook group? I suppose it's an international. Is it an international one or just a US one? Okay, here we go. I know it's a bit out of shape, but bear with me. Here we go. Pendulum. Come on. Oh, that wasn't enough pendulum. I'm going to commit to it. See, it turned more. Obviously, we were really high and we broke our back, but it's a start. Right, speed bar to get down there faster. What do you mean, Nathan? I've always been a real gamer. I've been gaming on my DOS computer when I was 7. It was a QBasic game called Nibbles, which basically was Snake, the original Snake, before Windows existed. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh no. Uh-oh. No. I was too hasty. I wanted to get down fast to be able to do the thing. Not good. Right. Yeah, play that one as well. Wasn't it really freaky when like the spikes came from the ground and you were like, ah! And you like either fell on spikes or those spikes that came through holes. Oh my God, Prince of Persia. Or like we say in Portugal, Prince of Persia. Right, here we go. Here we go. I feel like I've screwed it up again. I screwed it up again. What the hell? Here we go. It was working better yesterday. What am I doing? Should try 21? I don't know. I think this is too small, but okay, catch, release. Here we go. Can we do it? 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 This might be perfect. Ah, oh, come on. That was the wing tip still touched, but that was a misty landing. Poor guy. Infinite tumble. Yes, you can do the infinite tumble, but I think I'm going to leave it for another day. Right, guys, I think that's it for me for today. It's getting a little bit late here, so I need a little rest. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Oh, it looks like we got to almost exactly 1 hour 30. So thank you so much. It's been a blast. I might do this again because it's just so much fun to just practice a game, have fun, hopefully drum up some business for this game so that it can get better. Engage with you guys, have a laugh, and oh yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and share it with your friends, and subscribe and hit the bell and all those things. What do you think about time? Is this a good time for you guys in the US, I suppose? I'm not sure if we have many people from Europe. Maybe some, but it's a little bit late, probably like 1:30, 2 a.m. now. But yeah, all being well, I might try this again tomorrow. Maybe a bit earlier, maybe a bit later. Don't want to promise too much. But yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone again. I'm rambling on, so I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Cheers, guys.